there's three different groups of people that I'm curious, what your message is to them individually. One of those is parents who've been through something similar. The second is teens who might be faced with similar circumstances as Gavin. And three, the larger community and specifically like their reaction to what y'all went through.
Well, first of all, parents, especially the ones that are going through this, and the reason sextortion isn't talked about, because you're not going to ruin your own child's reputation once they've been extorted.
And a lot of people, like to my point earlier about you being open and transparent, a lot of people are reluctant to do that because they're afraid of that image or reputation or whatever being ruined. And
I truly, we can sit here and we talk COVID, we talk mental health, all of that. I am convinced that a large portion of these teen suicides we are seeing is due to sextortion, not just COVID-related matters. They're doing more online. They're in their rooms, and I think that's causing.
Do you think there's a whole bottom of the iceberg that we're not even aware of?
Yeah, and I think people are just not talking about it. I posted a video the other day of a lady. It was just a little Snapchat video. It had 6,000 responses. Or what Snapchat? It was TikTok. 6,000 responses, and about every other one was somebody saying, my kid was extorted. But not enough parents are saying, my kid, or just say my family is being extorted. I mean, I've even talked to a professional in the Rock Hill area that paid someone $50,000, and they would never speak up and say anything because this is a married individual that can lose everything. But just because he thought he was chatting with someone online, sent some pictures, and they extorted him for $50,000. Now, he felt like he could open up to me, and I'm not going to share his information, but sharing these stories and getting the word out that this is something that is really happening consistently.
So is the goal to, A, not to interrupt, but to get the word out, but B, if it's out, it takes some of the sting and the threat away from the people who are trying to leverage that threat, from these people who are extorting it. Right. And if someone tries, so I guess is your hope that in a near future, if teens or adults, even whoever is going through something like this where they're being extorted, that person who trying to extort them doesn't have the power to ruin their life because they know that the community in which they live is going to be more understanding of their situation.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, as far as the parents that are going through it.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the Me Too movement. Why not have a Me 3 movement? And with the little heart symbol. You don't have to go into your details, but law enforcement can't do anything about these people extorting you because they aren't local. The laws have to change. If I was on a federal level in any country that is not prosecuting these people that are doing the extorting, they would never get any help. I plan on being the same way in the state house. Any legislator that wants to go against me on this, don't ever ask me for help for anything. I mean, this is personal to me. This is a fight. But I think the parents need to get the word out because the ones that are aware, they're just too ashamed to say anything. Just say, Me 3, I've been extorted. My family's been extorted. Don't go into detail.
Yeah, or
just let people know that. Let people know how common this is. Or even if you don't want to do that, just share my video or share someone else's video that's getting the word out. Because what we're not getting is the media traction that we need. And then you got these social media companies, whenever I'm bashing them, they're not going to share my stuff. I mean, in YouTube, to put a age restriction content on my video, these Moms for Boys groups didn't want to share my video. Like, how idiotic is that? If you're raising young men, and boys are typically the ones that are targeted with this, you want this information out. But yet they got this holier than thou, and we're too good, and this will never happen, and so we're not going to share it. Well, your kid may be next. And we've got to, it's that important just to get the information out. Whenever you start talking about the kids that are going through this, kids, if you don't feel like going to your parents, message me. I don't care. I'll go after these people directly. But do not buy into that you can pay and keep this from happening. If you get extorted, the only way that you can stop it at that point, once you've sent that photo, is to delete all your social media. And that still does not guarantee that they're not going to send it to someone. Mm-hmm. But you could blast that person. I mean, we've gotten really good at being online trolls. Why not throw it right back on that person? Why not report that person for extortion immediately? Report them for child pornography. You are a child. You're not going to get in trouble like they're going to get in trouble. These are grown adults that are doing this. These are not children. Mm-hmm. And these are massive criminal enterprises. This is not like some guy sitting in his bed.
Basically, like.
Yeah, I mean, one of the arrests that was made was a kid that was replying to a work-at-home ad in Maryland that's basically just handling money. Has no clue of what's going on. All he's doing is transferring money as a job and getting a little bit of money for it. Mm-hmm. Well, now he's caught up in this extortion ring. And wow. I'm really, we talk about the sex trafficking, human trafficking. I'm really curious as to where these extortionists get the photos and videos to send over to begin with.
Yeah. Where are they getting videos and pictures of 15, 16-year-old girls to send to all these boys? You know? Mm-hmm. I think that it is a lot larger scale than what we're aware of. I think this is the new, if I'm an organized crime, this is a quick way to make a quick buck. And if you really don't have a care. Mm-hmm. I think that there are organized organizations that are truly farming this. Mm-hmm. And this is,
I want to bring them all down.
Sophisticated enterprises at scale.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not an attorney, so my approach, I'm more of the Toby Keith, hang them from a tree style. Mm-hmm. But, I really want to see every person that extorts a child or traffics a child, that harms a child. I think a pastor replied to me the other day and said that the Bible says it best. It says, hang a millstone from their neck. I'm perfectly fine with that. Mm-hmm. You attack a child, and I believe you lose every right. Mm-hmm. But I understand I'm in the minority of that. And there's people that have to defend scum of the earth like that. My goal is not to defend them. My goal is to prosecute them.
Yeah. And create the laws under which that can occur.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the last thing you said, the community.
Yeah, that's right.
The community, I would say, let's all be better about not judging each other. Let's quit jumping on each other. Just because you see someone shake hands with someone does not make them an evil person. Because someone voted for Trump or because someone voted for Biden does not mean that they agree with everything that they did. I don't agree with 100% of anyone. I've told you before, you and Wes Clymer, Ralph Norman, y'all are all guys that I look up to politically. I've always agreed with y'all, but I don't agree with any one of you on every single thing. We have plenty of different votes.
Right.
We have our own opinions, but I have that respect because I know where your heart is. I know where Wes's heart is. I know where Ralph's heart is. It's that servant leadership that I think that we need more of. And it's hard to be a servant leader in today's climate because you're constantly getting attacked. Gary Simrell said it great the other night. He said that in politics, you're sworn in, sworn at, and then sworn out.